became confrontational with me, yes.
I can talk to you any way I would like to. Okay, but in order to be trespassed, I have to first be warned and then not take that warning and leave.
The first thing you said after I told you you had to leave was, where does it say I have to?
Exactly. I can ask you where it is posted that says that because I didn't see it pulling in or anything.
Right, but
because I came this way.
The officer comes up to them and says, hey, by the way, you can't be here, you gotta go.
Okay, and excuse me?
A quiet night. An Uber driver pulls into a public charger waiting for his next ride. Everything feels routine until an officer approaches and tells him to leave the park after hours. He agrees immediately, but her cruiser is blocking his exit. Then everything changes. She demands his ID. He calmly refuses. No crime, no signs, no warning. Tension builds. More officers arrive. What started as a simple request turns into a standoff. He is willing to leave but cannot. And now he is being told he is trespassing. A routine stop becomes something else entirely, raising a question: where does authority end and rights begin?
I've been asked to leave this park and I agreed to leave, but now I'm being detained for no suspicion or reasonable articulate reason why. After being asked to leave, I said I would leave, but her vehicle's in the way, so she refuses to move the vehicle and now is asking for my ID. Do you have a camera on right now?
Yes, the body camera is on right now.
Because I'm gonna request that, because since you said for me to leave, and I agreed with you and I was going to leave, but your vehicle's in the way, and then you asked to see my ID after I agreed to leave.
Because technically speaking right now, you are trespassing.
Okay, but in order to be trespassed, I have to first be warned and then not take that warning and leave.
The first thing you said after I told you you had to leave was, where does it say I have to?
Exactly. I can ask you where it is posted that says that because I didn't see it pulling in or anything. Because I came this way.
The officer comes up to them and says, hey, by the way, you can't be here, you gotta go.
Okay, and excuse me?
Yeah.
That's tyrannical.
It's not tyrannical.
Yes, it is, because if there is no rules or anything with there's a public chair.
I'm gonna ask you again, are you gonna give me your ID or not?
No, I'm not.
Okay, why?
Why? Because I haven't committed a crime, because you asked me to leave and I said I will leave, but I also was like, I don't see a sign. And this is a car rental, by the way. I work for Uber. And I was just coming over here to charge because that parking lot is filled and I'm waiting for rides.
Okay, but once again,
I'm not giving you my ID, so please, give me the crime that I committed.
you are currently trespassing.
But I said I would leave. Just because I asked you because I don't see a sign.
I'm not gonna argue.
Okay, and I'm not gonna give you my ID.
My supervisor's on here.
Okay. I did say I would leave, but then as soon as I said your vehicle's in the way, you asked for my ID.
Because you became confrontational with me, yes.
I can talk to you any way I would like to.
I'm investigating as to why you are currently here.
And I said I would leave, but your vehicle was in the way, and now you're asking for my ID. I'm going to be filing a huge complaint now with your department.
Backtracking at this point?
Miss, you can say whatever you'd like to, but I'm going to be filing a complaint against you. I know, I will.
But you
I will.
Here. You are currently trespassing.
But you told me to leave, and I said I would leave, but your vehicle's in the way. Your camera's on, so we can go over that.
Okay, fine, that's fine. We can absolutely go over that.
I said I would leave.
But
first I asked you, I didn't see it was posted because I just wanted to charge my car because I'm an Uber driver, and I
told you that I'm investigating why you were here after dark and you were refusing to give me your ID.
Because I didn't commit a crime.
You are currently committing a crime by trespassing and refusing to.
But there was no sign coming in, and then once you told me to leave, I said I would leave. But then I said your vehicle's in the way. You didn't ask for an ID until you said I want your ID. And
because you became confrontational with me.
I can talk any way that I would like to talk, miss.
It becomes a point where I will absolutely.
Hey, dude, not for nothing. I just graduated, but the thing is, like, nighttime, you're
and a public charger with an electric vehicle.
Here's the thing, though.
But I didn't commit any crime.
I'm not even going to go to the crime part, right? But when we have a conversation,
yes.
And if I'm being disrespectful and confrontational from me to you, like, that's not cool, right?
look,
listen,
but I know my rights, and first I have to be.
I get that I know my rights thing, but as humans and as like normal people that exist in the world, if I go, hey dude, how's it going tonight? Hey, listen, could you maybe?
I'm sorry, that light's really just shining right in my eyes.
Not for nothing. When she says somebody's uncooperative, I come over here. I don't know you. All right.
Fair enough.
So the thing is, if she's asking you,
Can I just move over there so that light's not in my eye,
Absolutely.
please? I appreciate that. Thank you.
But at the end of the day, you're a human. I'm a human. We talk to each other like humans. I understand. She's not trying to write you a ticket. She's not trying to arrest you. It's not a I know my rights thing at this point. We're just trying to have a conversation. If she has to say that you're being uncooperative and I have to drive over here fast, that's a problem, right?
I actually asked for a supervisor. That's why she called.
No, she said uncooperative. That's what I heard. Okay.
Okay. Well, I asked.
The thing is, though, I understand what you're saying. What are you being arrested for? Are you being arrested for something?
I'm asking, am I being detained right now?
Are you getting a ticket?
Am I being detained? That's what I said. And I said, okay, but your vehicle's in the way. And after I said that, she was like, show me your ID. And I'm going to be asking for the body cam footage of it so I can prove that.
For what?
Well, I'm just saying if this is escalating, because I got four people with guns right now in front of me.
Okay.
Okay, and I said I would leave.
Here's the problem. She asked you a question, right? You want a supervisor for something you're not in trouble for, right?
No, but she asked for my ID.
Okay, she can ask you for your ID.
And I can decline it.
If you're not supposed to be parked back here, I don't know what the sign says, but
that's the thing. I didn't see a sign, and this is a public charger, and I've been here 36 days in a row.
I'm going to tell you right now that millions of interactions happen between people in law enforcement and civilians all day, every day, right? It doesn't always have to be, I need to see your ID and I did something wrong. Sometimes we just want to have a conversation, right? And generally that's all. She's probably looking to see who's parked here in the back of this lot. People have overdosed and died here, okay?
People have walked into the woods and just
people have been lost. We have to check because it's unusual for somebody to be parked here. I understand you have an electric vehicle and you're maybe parked to charge your vehicle, but your vehicle's not plugged in.
Because I unplugged it when she came.
All right.
Thank you.
I don't know. I'm giving you a scenario. Right?
And I'm just
at the end of the day, we're just trying to make sure everybody's safe.
okay. Can I just ask something right now?
Of course you can.
Am I detained?
No.
Then I'm gonna leave.
All right. So let me say one thing. All right. When we have conversations, right, and she asks you for your ID, I'm gonna explain to you why. All right. We want to know who we're talking to. Just like at the end of the day, you want to see our body cams, right?
Yeah, but at the same time,
right. But here's the thing.
You guys uphold the Constitution.
Of course you do.
Then don't give me this slack about because unless if I committed a crime and first I have to be trespassed from a place, I'm not trespassing this second. She asked me to leave.
That's not totally true. If it says you can't be here, which I don't know.
Do you mind if I walk around and just film and just take a look? Because actually on the app, I'm not trying to give anything, but on the app itself for this charger, it says public accessible. It doesn't have a time frame on it. Maybe one of you guys, so this problem doesn't come around again, someone bring this attention up to the town of Colony so we can do this.
I'm gonna stop you for 1 second. Nobody's gonna stop checking vehicles back here because we do it for the safety of the individuals that may get lost. Doing drugs back here and overdosing, maybe somebody gets, into a situation that's not good with somebody that's underage, which we've had before. So at the end of the day, man, we're not here to do.
Excuse me. Really?
Do things unlawful.
Really?
Right?
I'm just gonna look for the sign that says this. I did not see any sign. No motor vehicles. No sign over here that says park is closed at a certain time. None over here. And I still can't leave because there is multiple police vehicles here. Good, I've been told I could leave. I'm not being detained.
No, that's true. I just want to advise you. I'm the supervisor. She said yes for supervisor. I just want to talk to you.
Okay.
There's, like you said, there is no signage over here.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize there wasn't anything over here that says that. The only signage is on the gate over in that parking lot.
But if I come from that way into here, am I going to see it?
Absolutely. I understand that. That's why, like I said, you're free to leave. We're not...
Okay, well, she told me to leave in the first place, and then as soon as I said I can't leave because your vehicle's in the way, that's when she asked for ID.
Okay, I understand that.
And at that point, was I being detained if she was asking me for ID?
Well, she's probably looking into what you're doing here and everything. You're sitting over by the pond.
But she even said that it was plugged in, charging, so...
Right.
I mean, it doesn't take an Einstein to figure out what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yep. And, like, literally, I'm always in this airport. I'm always around here. I'm an Uber driver.
Okay.
And, like, literally, so I sit here and charge so my battery doesn't die.
Okay. I get that. But like I said, I'll speak to them so that there's signage over here as well. Like I said, there's a sign on the gate over there. There's just nothing. Like you said.
Yeah, and if you go online on the app, it doesn't have a time frame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I don't know if the state or the city, wants to contact and just making sure that, you know, because on the app, when we see that it's available, and a lot of them have time frames. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And if I come in and
no, like you said, there
I didn't
no
see a
signage,
sign.
So I understand.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so we're on the same page?
Sheriff. Yes.
All right, sir.
Thank you. What's your name?
Kendrick is my last name.
Badge number?
5-4. It's not listed anywhere, but
it's all good.
Sergeant Kendrick.
Thank you, Kendrick.
The tension doesn't break its shifts. A supervisor arrives, trying to calm things down, saying they just want conversation. But the driver stays focused, asking one question. Am I being detained? The answer comes back no. And that changes everything. He prepares to leave again, reminding them he already agreed, but was blocked, and then asked for ID. Without cause, officers explain they check the area for safety overdoses and suspicious activity, but the driver points out the obvious: no signs, no warnings. Nothing posted. Even the supervisor admits that the rules were not clear, and the moment deflates. No arrest, no charges. Just a quiet realization the situation should have never escalated this far.
I don't like this. It seems like kind of crazy, man. I'm like just walking and you guys just...
Bro, like I said to begin with, we're not here for you. We came upon you. You came on us at the same time. General conversation.
I understand that.
It does look a little funny that you're walking behind.
I understand that, but looking a little funny isn't a crime. Being
100%.
suspicious isn't a crime.
You know what our job is?
To investigate crimes. See if there is.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not doing anything. Like walking isn't being suspicious.
You live right here,
right there.
so wouldn't you want us to talk to somebody like you walking out close to
Like me? What does like me mean?
a dude that's just walking back here in the middle of the night?
No, I wouldn't want you to bother someone who's minding their own business like that.
You wouldn't?
No, not someone who's minding their own business.
The county pay us for that. That's what we do for a living.
Can I go now?
That's why we're chatting.
2 more seconds. I just want to see if
Am I being detained?
If warrants or nothing, you'd be on your merry way.
Am I being detained?
What's that?
Am I being detained?
Yeah, you are. But you're not in handcuffs.
What am I being detained for?
For suspicious activity. For the final time. It's
Just making sure you're articulating
12
that.
o'clock in the morning, in the middle of the night, behind a closed business. No
It's
business
also
is open.
78 degrees.
Say again?
I said it's also 78 degrees at night.
What's stopping you from walking in front of the business?
I was just walking in front of the business. I just did a lap.
I didn't see you.
Well, that doesn't. So what?
Work with me here,
You
dude.
just gotta see how it looks, right? It looks a little right?
Nope. I mean, I'm not doing anything wrong. So it's like,
If you're not doing anything wrong,
can I get your name and badge number?
okay.
Can I get your name and badge number?
My name is Grip, Deputy Grip. That's number 2.
Can I go now?
No, you're not. You're good.
You want to take my knife, man? You're like really bugging me about my knife in my pocket. You think I'm like gonna reach for it or something?
I just like to let you know that I see it. Like,
Do you want to take it out of my pocket? Do you want to take it out of my pocket while I'm being detained?
No. You're already good. Like
This
good
is
right
search
now, bro.
No.
You're free to go, but you understand why we're making contact with you.
I understand.
You're
I
not
completely
getting
understand.
touched,
I
you're
know.
not getting chimed up, nothing of that sort.
I understand, but like it's just like I've lived here for almost 10 years. I've never been bothered like this before. This is just like I understand. I'm in your shoes right now, looking at it from your perspective.
Appreciate it.
But can you put yourself in my shoes when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cops and 4 cars?
We were actually just on a call for service right next door, so that's why we're all here.
I know, but why would it take you all to just do a check like that? Why would it take 7 of you guys to check?
Taking a 7. Like,
Why would you?
Hey, to be honest, you don't know what the shit we deal with. You don't know the stuff, how many deputies that we need for certain stuff. Respectfully, you don't know. So don't say that, hey, it doesn't take you that many deputies to do that. Sometimes it takes more than what we got. So, like I said, we're not here for you. I'm trying to get that through your head. We're not here for you.
It's through my head.
Okay.
Can I go now?
You're free to go. Just remember next time, we're not here to get you chimed. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. All right? Have a nice night.
The moment winds down, but the message lingers. An officer gives his name and badge, and just like that, one encounter ends, but another begins. A man walking home after midnight, suddenly surrounded by multiple officers, simply for looking suspicious. No crime, no evidence, just a feeling. He stands his ground, asking the same question again and again. Am I being detained? The answers shift, the reasoning changes, but nothing concrete ever appears. 7 officers, 4 cars, 1 man walking home. What should have been nothing turns into pressure and confusion, until finally he is told he is free to go. 2 encounters, 1 pattern. When questions are asked, the story changes, and when the camera is rolling, accountability follows. Because in moments like these, knowing your rights is not optional, it is everything.